eyes. Anyway, that's what Between Your Legs looks like.
Yeah.
It's just dead mafia.
Dude, I went to the Walmart in Secaucus, and it was legit.
Ooh.
Like their clothing section, they had like models, you know, whatever they're called. Fucking
mannequins.
Mannequins, yeah.
I'm such a dope. I thought you meant like real, like actual living beings.
like Abercrombie models.
Yeah, in Walmart.
But they have to start in the Secaucus Walmart before they could, go to Paris.
Yeah,
or whatever.
were they like
It's like
fat?
their internship.
Were they fat mannequins?
They were just like non-binary.
Dude, I still,
like a Ken doll. There, yeah.
I still like when I walk through like a Walmart or a Target, and like I can see the bra section.
Yeah.
I still get like
Yeah,
a
you're
little
like-
excited.
I always take that path, dude.
Yeah, to get to the jeans, you got to cut through the bras.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
pretend you're lost.
Yeah.
Licking your lips the whole time.
Yeah.
Going, if only these were filled.
Walmart doesn't have like a bad clothing section for like some shit.
No.
You know?
If you're going like underwear, socks, it's
If
like
you just
probably
don't
the
give
best.
a fuck what you wear.
Yeah.
It's the perfect place to be, man.
Yeah.
Just buy like 17 shirts for like $4
And they're
leave.
all the exact same.
I'm a t-shirt and jean guy. If
Yeah.
it ain't broke, don't fix it. You
Yeah,
know
you're
what?
not- you're not lying.
I'll wear a hat sometimes to be like, here's my personality. But jeans and a t-shirt and sneakers,
Yeah.
it's nothing to. I mean, if it
nothing
works,
like it, dude.
works.
I thought about
Yeah.
getting a cane, just like walking around with a cane.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
And because then you can have like a sick, like flaming skull on the top.
that is sick.
Should have like a
people ask-
dildo on the top.
The whole thing is a dildo, so it doesn't
Yeah.
even work.
You should pretend you're like you're blind or something. And if
Yeah.
you're ever upset, just start swinging, dude. I've thought about that a few times.
Yeah.
Just get like 2 eye patches. You just go somewhere where I just like fucking hate everyone and just start swinging, dude.
Yeah.
Ripping home runs.
Oh, just
No, I mean like baseball swing. Like,
And everyone's like, he's blind. It's
He's
okay.
blind.
Like, let him have this.
yeah, if you're wearing 2 eye patches, like no one's gonna be asking any questions.
yeah, no, for sure not.
And you could just, every once in a while reference the war. No one's going to ask which war.
They would probably ask, like, why didn't you just get like a mask or something?
Yeah.
But,
Dude, I would go and,
Sunglasses.
yeah.
where do you think you'd go if you were gonna do that to like really do some damage?
That's a great question. It would maybe the Democratic Republican or whatever the national convention. I don't know. No, I know exactly where I'd go. I'd go to the Brooklyn Mirage
Oh, that's a good one.
because it's like this EDM dance thing, and then you
Really?
you go and it's just full of like Guidos.
Yeah,
like,
you wouldn't
Okay.
kill any future doctors or lawyers in that.
Yeah, no, definitely
Future
not.
DJs.
The only thing is, like, I feel like if you like hit if a blind person like hit a Italian guy with a cane, I think the Italian guy would probably hit the blind person.
Well, they're both disabled.
yeah,
So it
I think
kinda
that would
evens
just
out.
turn into like a porno,
yeah,
to be honest. They'd probably just start playing like Heads Will Roll,
yeah.
start finger banging each other.
That's Italians, dude.
I think I'd go to fucking where would I go, dude? I'd probably go to like Best Buy or some shit, dude.
yeah,
Because you can't hurt someone, at least you could like ruin a bunch of merchandise.
a bunch of technology.
I think I'd just be saving people's lives, to be honest, dude. Fuck that place, bro.
Yeah.
I literally fucking hate that place. so much.
Why?
More like worse by.
It's just like, dude, like sometimes, like, because everything's online now, and sometimes I'm just like, you know what, I'm just going to go out there and like do the right thing, you know, stimulate the economy.
Yeah.
Going to a brick and mortar store, but it's the biggest corporation. You're like, yeah, this isn't Amazon though. I'm doing something.
Isn't there like group of people called like the Goon Squad or something?
The Geek Squad.
The Geek Squad.
Well, dude, back in the day, like I used to go to Best Buy and it used to be like an adventure, man. You'd go in there and just
Yeah.
be like a carnival. Like you just go around, like people would ask you like what you need and shit. People used to ask like if you needed help with anything and you'd get like pissed off.
Yeah,
Be like, get the fuck away
like
from
I'm
me. dude."
looking.
But
I'm
now I miss that because that just doesn't, people are just like ripping vapes behind the fucking desk. They just
yeah.
have no idea.
They don't understand. Also, all new technology that's like cool that people want is just a phone. It's like phones
Yeah.
are boring to fucking. I miss big hunky technology.
Yeah.
Like a DVD
Like a
player.
sex robot
Yeah, like
where
a,
you could fuck all of the holes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like remember when like a DVD player you'd have to buy like a new entertainment center to like fit this DVD player
Yeah.
in there? Yeah, I miss that.
I miss like Blockbuster, dude.
Yeah.
That was a good experience because you could like chat about the movie. You could be like, "Have you seen this movie? Is
Yeah.
it good?" Now it's just like you have one of 10 streaming services, and you're like, I guess I'll Google the movie title followed by Reddit.
Yeah.
And see what people think. Those are your friends.
Those guys at Blockbuster have seen like every single movie.
Yeah,
too.
and porno.
Yeah. Like if you ask about a movie, they'll tell you if there's tits in there, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
And then they'll timestamp when the tits are.
Yeah, and like if you didn't return the movie, they would like come to your house and threaten to kill your whole family. Like they wanted that shit back.
They
dude.
would bust the block.
But that was still community. That was still face-to-face interaction.
Yeah. Those, like, what do those people do now? The people that used to work at Blockbuster? Because, like,
They're probably fucking aged out.
yeah, with like a furry tail. Like, yeah, because there used to be this guy. His name was Porno Pete. And he like ran the movie theater in my hometown because it originally was a porn cinema.
Yeah.
So like guys would just go in there and just fucking whack off.
Really?
And then and
Invite only or just like in front of the public?
just in the theater.
Yeah, but was it invite only or were they just going to like local?
No, it would be like
public movie times.
It'd be like Deep Throat is on. Get those cocks, get them ready.
It was a
Story
porno though.
It was a porno.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's how you had to watch porn. You'd have to like. You literally couldn't watch porn by yourself back in the day.
Wow.
You had to like have some close friends.
Well, and we experienced that a little bit as adolescents because you would have the one dad who had HBO.
Well, what year was this?
This was like probably the 70s, late 70s.
Oh, all right. Yeah, because HBO had like Sexo Urbano. There's just like a bunch of Hispanic women just screaming shit that didn't make sense.
I thought that was like a Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, Deborah,
No, it was like an HBO like adult film thing. It's just like a bunch of Hispanics outside of like a Home Depot just screaming shit, and then they would fuck.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's better than real sex. Real sex upset me as a child because it was actual people having sex, which you don't want to see.
Yeah. You talking about like Pornhub and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I consider sex real if it's not with a Hispanic woman.
Dude, I want to experience that though. Just like one Latina woman.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, you're gonna have like 8 kids.
Yeah,
what I
in
mean?
one fucking shot.
They all have like 20 kids. It's crazy.
They're like spiders.
Yeah.
They just like have
It's like
a bunch
every time.
You got to
Yeah.
pretend to be like, oh yeah, God, he's real, you know? And oh, I'm sorry. You have to pretend to believe in God and apologize a lot.
Yeah, I have like I like Hispanic and I also like Asian. Asian is nice.
You ever been with an Asian woman?
I've like gone on dates. I've never, you know.
You probably said some edgy shit.
I actually, there's always a communication barrier.
Right.
So like I'll say something like kind of funny or whatever, and they just don't get that it's a joke, or they just agree, and I'm like, oh no.
Yeah.
You know, that's the you get one on a first date if you make a joke and they don't understand it. Actually, the tell is like, how do they respond to the I'm like, oh, that was a joke just now, and they're like, oh, like if they're like, oh, wait, what? And then you're like, oh, I get it, you know.
Yeah.
Well, you're describing every girl ever. That's like every relationship I've ever been in. I'm like, I'm joking. She's like, no, you're fucking.
You know, it's a good one to do is like just pretend you don't know what white privilege is. That's a fun one. I did that one time.
Okay.
Because you can really like get the sympathy from them and be like, oh, I had no idea. and then the next couple of days you just sulk around because you're like, I should just kill myself because that'll help the white privilege. And then they give you some like pity. They're like, no, that's not how you change the world or whatever.
I have noticed like some of the most like leftist semen, leftist semen, huh? That'd be a good name for a podcast. Not this one. That's like a Chapo Trap House
Spelled
shootout.
backwards.
Yeah, but like I feel like the most like leftist woman. Sometimes you'll see their boyfriend or husband, whatever, and it'll be like the most stereotypical guy like ever. Like she'll be like fucking, you know, all of the things, right? Like hands off my uterus, blah blah blah, and then her boyfriend will like, oh, I'm in the union. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have it like an American flag tattoo, and I probably do trend. And you're like, I guess opposites attract, or
No,
there's
dude,
just
yeah.
not enough leftist guys to go around. Where
Yeah.
she's like, all right, I guess.
Like
Yeah.
I can't put my mind in that of a woman. I can put my penis in that of a woman.
Hell
Hell yeah, dude. Fuck yeah, bro.
By the way, can we never high five like that ever again?
Yeah. Just put that on
so
LinkedIn, dude. Just be like, I'm actively seeking employment.
One in the LinkedIn, two in the stink.
Yeah.
But anyway, I can't imagine what like a woman goes through when they're having sex with a man, but I'd imagine there's nothing that turns a woman on more than a patriot on top of them.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I think deep down, like a love for freedom in your country is something that
You ever think about like women's rights and shit? Like,
rare.
because like I think about like what those guys were thinking back then.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you think they knew something we don't know.
Like the founding fathers.
Yeah. Because they were right off the bat, they were like, there's no way we're letting these women do shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Something must have happened on the Mayflower.
Yeah.
Like they let, maybe there was a fourth ship and they let a woman like whatever the word is for driving a ship.
Yeah. Like it is edgy to talk about, but it's kind of like a good question.
It
Like
is.
what went into that decision? You know?
I think it's like, well, there's something interesting in like there's a deep-seated misogyny in chess. Chess is a good example. The greatest chess players in the world are men, like the top like 200 or whatever, and women have not been able to achieve.
What about that chick on Netflix, dude?
Yeah, you mean the fake woman? She did like lead. Honestly, like the people who watched that, there's a lot of young girls who watched that who were
Yeah.
like, "I'm gonna play chess now." So now there's like a huge influx of just smoking hot chess babes.
Yeah. That changed the game,
It
dude.
really did. It made chess kind of cool.
Chicks
again.
were like, I'm not wearing underwear and I'm joining a fucking chess club, dude.
And I'm gonna stick that pawn right into my pussy.
Yeah.
And it's gonna come out a cool.
What? Which one is that?
Oh, it's in the front.
Oh, really?
The pussy.
little labia action.
But so chess is like a little bit misogynistic, and then the whole Secret Service thing that happened. They're like, we got to get these women out of the Secret Service because they're not like physically big enough to. None of that has anything to do with the voting,
Dude.
But
I meant more about like the kitchen life. You know, they were like, just let them, you know.
let them roam.
Yeah, I wonder if it was just like biological. They were like, yeah, we just feel like this is.
Yeah,
Because I meet a lot of women who like work at Supercuts, man, and they'll chase that dream down for like a few months. And then like, you know what? I just want to like be a mom,
yeah.
you know?
And being like a Supercuts employee is kind of a mom in a way. Like I'm pretty sure my mom cut my hair the
Yeah.
exact same way.
It's like a stepping stone.
Dude, my mom used to cut my own hair when I was in like high school, which
Really?
like looking back, it's like it was brutal, you know, because she would like shave, but then like around the ears, she would go like 3 lower and just shave like almost like a puzzle piece out of
Yeah.
So there was like a 90-degree angle where my hair started about 2 inches above my ears.
Your haircut was a fucking symbol for autism.
It really was. I looked like I was wearing a hat. But
You look like you
That
had
would've
like a
been sick
surgery
if it
around
was
your
like a-
ears.
That would have been sick if it was like someone else's mom who had like cannons. Because
Dude.
my friend's mom had fucking huge titties, bro.
Hell
And
yeah.
she would cut our hair before like hair day at elementary school. And she gave me a double mohawk, dude, and dyed it red. But the whole time her titties were just bouncing against my
just
head.
smushing against
Getting
Oh
a
my
haircut
dude, I was
every day.
suffocating, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like hair day every day. And it was great because like she would cut the double mohawk and it would take a while. And then she would like dye it. But then like I would have to go back to get it shaved off again. So I was getting like a 2 for 1. You
And
know?
do you think she knew? Do you think she was like, I know?
I mean, I was visibly hard. So.
just the sheet over there. I think like those women who have obscenely large breasts, like sometimes they don't even. I don't even know if they know like the extents of their body.
Yeah.
Because, like at a certain point, like it's in your vision. Like you're gonna see your own tits all the time.
I think
Yeah.
if they walk through a Dominican neighborhood, they know.
yeah.
I think someone very nicely tells them.
Well, it depends on the mom because sometimes the mom's like tits are just like It's almost like when that game where you put a bunch of rings on the thing.
Yeah.
There's just like the tits kind of just merge into like the stomach flap.
Oh yeah.
And it's like they become like a Mike Wazowski kind of.
I think they're just trying to like avoid scoliosis, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they carry those things around all day, but I don't think they know like how much it means to like young boys. You know?
Yeah. No, they don't. I saw a girl. I was at a wedding this past weekend, and there was a girl I saw, and she had a breast reduction since the last time I saw her.
Oh man!
And like I wanted to like spike a drink in her face, you know?
Oh, dude,
Like,
you get like emotional.
it made me a little sad. It was like,
what was your relationship with her?
Boyfriend?
It's actually kind of
former boyfriend.
No, I was like into her for a while.
It's his mom.
Like, Mom, I drank from those things. Have you no shame?
I asked for them in jars. She like
Like old wisdom teeth.
this girl I had. I really hope she doesn't listen. There's no way she listens to this, but I had a like a little bit of a hey, like I like you kind of thing like years ago.
Yeah.
And I would make her laugh all the time. She laughed so hard, and I was like, I'm in. And like we really hit it off one night at this party, and then the next day she texts me and she's like, "Hey, how tall are you?"
Oh.
And I said the number. I was like, I don't know, 5'10".
Followed by, hey, someday you're gonna lop those beauties off, just so you know.
Yeah.
And she never responded to me after I gave her the number.
Oh man!
But she had hung out with me and like seen me, like we had spent time together.
How much
You know
taller
that-
were you?
She was 7'3". She's probably the same exact height as me.
You know what that is? It has nothing to do with attraction. Then
It's an
obviously she was already she's thinking about how the two of you will be perceived together. It's all about how other people feel. It's nothing about attraction to you.
Yeah, and she's
Yeah.
like, and I got these huge fucking flappers. Like, might as well.
Her
add
words,
to
not
the
his.
height. Yeah.
Yeah,
What is that? What is that called? Like like social status or whatever?
I think so.
Like she's trying to walk around with you and be like, "Yo, this is my fucking boy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
She wants like a big, tall guy. Like,
Yeah,
she's
that's
got
why.
a boyfriend now.
That's why I'll never get pussy, dude. You know. That's all it is. I feel like just
'cause
like
you're not-
walking around like in the park and shit, being like, "Yo, this is my guy." But if you look retarded, it's like, you know. Yeah.
Maybe you should like wear a bag on your head, like back in the day.
I think you've said this multiple times.
Have I?
Yeah. Yeah. You bring this up almost every time.
Oh my god, it must like ring true in my brain.
Yeah.
You would think I'd get deja vu.
I knew a girl who had the same problem though. She like got like scoliosis, dude. But I like
From large breasts
yeah, dude, I got a few fingers in there in high school.
in her.
In her fucking roast beef, dude.
Nice.
You know? And that was it, dude. I just finger banged her.
Yeah. Did you now? Do you have this thing?
I love that. That's the full story.
Do you have this thing like? I've only like I love.
That's what I wrote. That's what I wrote for a story in elementary school. I'm like, yeah, I just finger banged her.
The only notes was the teacher in red pen saying you spelled roast beef wrong. I don't know if a doctor told me we could fix your back, but we have to take a half inch off your penis. I would say no way in hell.
Yeah, just walk around like that dude from 300.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude, that's actually kind of funny because in our bodega, literally 300 guy walked into our bodega the other
Really?
day. He was like bento. He looked like a paper clip, like someone had just folded his body over,
man.
and his spine was like a lot higher than the rest of him.
Bro, I'm legit turning into that though.
You think so?
I'm looking down so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Think about how much your head
like
weighs.
this guy looked like he had never used a cell phone in his life.
Like he just like had anal once and just never.
And just never recovered.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he walks in, he's like bent over, and this guy walks in after. Like me and Jake were in there and we saw and we're like, oh shit. And this guy walks in after and he just goes, "Hey man, you all right?" It's like, no, he's not all right.
I was not in any way that the bodega guy can fix it.
No.
Hey man, are you all right? Yeah, are you a back doctor by any chance?
You think he could blow himself?
Think he what?
You think he could blow himself?
I think he was like blowing himself.
Really?
Like it was like in that exact. His head was in his crotch.
Yeah.
Like he was looking at stuff on the shelf, and he had to like look between his legs.
Jesus, dude.
It was really, really tough.
How old is he?
I don't even know if time can measure.
Yeah, it's
He was
crazy
probably
some of those
50.
old people do to walk around like that.
Yeah, it's really
You
sad.
gotta be in so much pain. I think when like you slouch like that, dude, it affects your mood too. So you just get angry all the time.
Yeah.
You know?
I was going to ask you guys when you confront like big breasts, when you have the opportunity to playfully examine big breasts,
Because they don't know that my degree on the wall is fake.
because you guys are you guys boob guys?
For sure, yeah.
You're a boob guy, right?
Big tits guy.
I think I'm more of a BMI guy, to be honest with you.
What is that?
Just like slim,
Oh,
kind
okay.
of. Yeah, like she has little titties. That's fine.
You like anorexic chicks?
No, yeah, I love. Yeah, if I could see the ribs, right, and the sunken.
If her breath smells horrible.
Yeah, the sunken eyes really do it for me.
I was going to say, like, when I get a pair of big tits in front of me, I'm like very hesitant to use them. You know, like
What are you talking? Like in
'Cause I don't-
bed or just like in public?
like in bed,
Yeah.
definitely in public, but like in bed, I don't want to like be seen as like a boob freak, you know, and just like
I think when you're at the point where they're naked, you could enjoy their naked body with no.
but like for how
hesitation.
long? That's my question.
I mean, well, I mean, as long as you don't say something like, this is the only redeeming quality about you.
While you're having sex?
Yeah, I can't believe I suffered through dinner to finally get to this.
But like my goal, like my penis is not even involved in the process. I just want to devote myself to that area and just
Yeah.
like I want to know how everything feels
Right.
in every possible way.
Yeah.
I want to like fly around them, and you know,
Yeah, I've never like titty fucked a chick or anything like that.
no,
You know what I mean?
well, titty fucking, it's overrated. Most of the things you see in porn are overrated. Like most of the things that the guys do are because it looks cool to watch.
Yeah.
Not because it's actually fun to do.
Yeah.
There's a trope in porn that I hate is when a girl's blowing two guys, and that's cool. When she takes the penises and rubs the penises together, I do not understand who that's for.
oh, like when she lays them on top of each other,
Like she'll take the two. She has
she's trying
both
to
the.
fit a pipe together. Yeah, I've never gotten that. It's like the guys could do that themselves. You know?
Dude, I could never watch a porno with two dudes.
Really?
Yeah.
Should I set pause after I
Even
describe
if it's
that?
like
Yeah,
just two guys
pause.
having
You should have at least said no homo.
No homo, but I don't
So
know.
there's two dudes and just one chick?
No, just two dudes, nothing
Yeah.
else.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah. No, it's two girls. I love like a girl suck at two dicks is very fun to me because it's slutty but manageable.
Dude, you should type in blow bang.
Low bang?
Yeah.
Oh, where it's like a half dozen guys or whatever.
It's like a dozen dudes and just one chick.
Yeah, when I get into a certain mood, that'll do it for me.
Yeah.
You know
It's a
what I
lot
mean?
of dicks, man.
Yeah, it's that because it passes. Like a baker's dozen of dicks, I guess. Oh, that'd
Yeah.
be 13, I guess.
Yeah.
That's also an unlucky number. But I think every once in a while you could watch something that you're like, oh, this would 100% never happen to me, and I wouldn't want it to happen, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah.
it's
It's like
almost like
Kobayashi, dude.
yeah.
Just like you got to be like trained to do that.
Yeah, you watch that and you're like, that he was born to do
Because
that.
it's so much cum, dude, and like
It's a lot.
so much energy, dude.
And they're always like, I love this. This is my
Yeah.
favorite. I love when a dozen guys dump on my face.
Yeah, and you know, like some guy too is like going up and just giving her a little like, and she's like, "What?"
There's
the
always
fuck
the
is
guy with the littlest. But then there's a guy with a fucking like a fountain. And that's the alpha of the group. Once you're whoever has it's not the quantity of the semen, it's the force of the semen. I feel like.
Yeah, it's always like a sociology book cover. Like the dudes who are in those videos.
Yeah,
It's like one short guy, one guy's like real skinny.
Yeah, it's like
a
a
guy with
census.
an afro. There's a Sikh guy. You know, everyone thinks he's Muslim, but he's actually Sikh.
You're like, is that a dick?
I thought it would be funny to like, because like people are all protesting outside of Trump's like building. I thought it'd be funny to go and just like stand in the middle of them, and just start whacking off.
Yeah.
They wouldn't.
Like, is this guy for us or against us?
Yeah, they wouldn't know. Like,
What side is he on?
Does he like really like Trump, or is he like just?
Is this like Banksy? Is he homeless, or is he doing like a Banksy thing?
No,
right
I'm Spanksy.
now? Oh,
Yeah.
hell yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Oh man, it's pretty hot in here. Huh?
I can't imagine what it would take to get me to protest anything in this heat. You know what I mean?
I would protest breast reductions. I've gone on the record saying this.
Really?
Yeah, I think there's other ways.
I've thought about just like if I ever went to a protest, I would just get hammered and just make a huge sign that just doesn't make sense. Just says like Helen Keller's tits, and then there's like a big dick at the end. Just hold that up like 12 deep.
So, sir, this is Helen Keller's dick. What does this mean, sir?
Well, Helen Keller's tits,
Oh, okay. Well,
and then there's
boy.
a dick at the end.
There's a big dick at the end.
That was like a Rorschach test for me, dude.
Yeah, there was like during the Black Lives. You weren't in the city yet, right? For the Black Lives Matter. There was one point where there was like a parade for Black Lives Matter going down the street, and I like
It was supposed to start at noon, but it started at 12:30.
yeah. And I saw the parade, but I had to get to the other side of the street. So I was like, oh, fuck, I'll just go around. And then, like, as I was saying that, a Hasidic Jewish guy just sprinted across, and I was like, all right. So I just followed him. Like, he did not give a fuck at all. He's like, I got hay, I got to move,
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, those are wild, dude.
Yeah, it was bad news.
I don't think protests have ever really historically like done anything besides like piss people off.
Yeah.
The stopping traffic people is fascinating to me.
Yeah.
Like, that's how we'll get the public on our side, make everyone late for work.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think, like, the only one that worked was, like, women's suffrage, because, like, they just didn't stop, and it was, like, so annoying that everyone's like,
You were
all
probably jerking off to that, dude.
right. I was?
Yeah.
To women's suffrage.
That was on national television, right? Those protests were like live.
This was, like, before TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah. This was in, like, the 1910s.
Oh, you're thinking about like the pussy walk.
like abortion?
Yeah.
Thinking about the pussy walk, dude.
Yeah.
No, the women's rights protests.
Oh,
The
yeah.
recent ones.
The
Yeah, I
recent
jerk
ones.
off to those like at least once a year.
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. That's
They're all like,
allyship,
we
I
need
think.
more rights. And they
Yeah.
just have like their tits out.
Yeah. The French protests like that too.
Really?
Yeah. And the French ladies are
The French protest by being like, we will stop taking showers every single day.
Yeah, dude, that protest gotta smell like shit, dude.
Because it's not just French people. It's like the French people who like care about the environment.
Do they really not shower there?
Yeah, they don't shower and they don't like wear condoms. They just like fuck. They just fuck all the time.
Wow.
Jeez.
I think they tricked their brains into like having that primal, like they like a stank on another person.
Yeah.
I've never liked a stank. you
Yeah.
know?
I've never really taken that shot or like had that opportunity.
Mhm.
I feel like it'd be pretty hard to like pass up though. If a chick like went to the gym and was like, yo, I want you to fucking blow one off the backboard.
I love how women talk in your mind, dude.
Honestly, a gym girl might say that. Just rips a line of creatine. All right, step in line.
Let's see if you can hit your PR today.
Yeah, there's no way you'd pass that up, dude.
Yeah, I guess.
Hold on, everyone shut the fuck up.
That's pretty good.
Dude,
That was
Yeah, that was
was
tight,
nice.
bro.
that was pretty tight.
That was tight, dude.
Were you flexing on
I was
that?
trying to make you guys proud.
How does it smell?
I don't think it smells.
I mean, they say the
probably got trapped in that
escalation.
cologne, dude.
Yeah, it probably did. Yeah.
The escalation in a relationship is like you're laying in bed together and then you fart, and here we are, dude.
Yeah.
That,
Dude, I wonder-
It's
I
true.
feel so close to you.
Yeah, dude. That's my first move. I wonder what happens when Sauvage meets straight up shit, dude.
You're like wearing a lab coat, two beakers. It's the opening of a movie about what a fucking uncommon genius you are.
Like
It's
burn,
like
burn
Good
a
Will
hole,
Hunting.
burn a hole in the
Dude, the name
ozone.
of the movie is just like Helen Keller's tits. And it's like a fat lesbian like farting through a tube.
Everyone's like, why did I see this in 3D?
It's the first scene of the movie, dude. Everyone in the theater just fucking kills himself.
That's essentially like what every A24 movie is. Like, I go to one of those, I'm like, I have to kill myself.
Wait, what is A24?
Yeah,
They're like the ones that are like the movie Men and the Sasquatch one, and then like Midsommar. And
I think you talked about going to one with Michael, right?
Sasquatch Sunset, was that?
No, you guys said you went to like the shittiest movie ever, but you were like hammered.
Oh wait. Oh yeah. I don't know. I might have told this. This was like a long time ago. But
When like you were like someone has a gun.
So this was one of the first times I ever hung out with Michael. We went and saw that movie 47. It was like that Adam Driver movie about like 47 million years. But anyway, like we're sitting down. It's like a pretty empty theater, and this guy walks in, and he's got like a folding chair kind of thing, and he's like opening it up and setting it up like in the row in front of us. And like I didn't really think anything of it, but like Michael was fully reclined in his seat, like laying down. He just jumps up and swings like the tray around and goes into the aisle and just walks out of the theater. I'm like, okay, like whatever. We're both a little high. He's just doing him. He comes back like 10 minutes later. He's like, oh, dude, I'm so sorry. I thought that guy had a gun. So he literally went out into the hall and listened to the door and was like, is everyone? Oh, okay, it's good. I was like, dude, you should have like whispered to me like, hey, is that a gun? Or like, hey, I think this guy might have a gun.
That's so wild,
He
dude.
said nothing.
Yeah. Just left you to die,
He
dude.
just left me, dude.
That would have been. Imagine being high and just hearing gunshots go off, and like you knew it was going to happen.
Terrible.
Oh my god!
I heard this story about these guys who like were up all night. Like they did like a heroic dose of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Just like 4 grams or 5 grams or something like that. And they had like a crazy trip all night, and like the sun rose and everything, and they're still tripping. And like they were in New York City, and they just witnessed 9/11 while they were tripping.
Like, dude, that tower is moving.
You're like so connected with like the environment and like people and consciousness, and then just some guy flies a plane.
Where were they when it happened? Like, how close were they?
I mean, they were in
One
Manhattan.
of the planes? Oh, okay.
So like I think they were on like a balcony, and it was like right outside. Like you could see the Manhattan. You could see the Manhattan skyline, and just
Those
Yeah.
are good seats though. Like if you had to pay money to get like a good seat to 9/11.
yeah, dude. But
Yeah.
I got high one time, and I just couldn't find a bathroom, and that felt like 9/11.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I can't
that's real.
imagine.
Yeah, dude, I did edibles one time, and I'll fucking never do them again. I don't get how people do mushrooms and stuff. I fucking literally like. We used to hang out with this kid who was like mentally challenged, but he sold like weed. And he was just like, yeah, man, like I have like 3 brownies left. Like you guys can just have them because I'm not going to sell them to anyone. And we gave him like $10, dude. And the next day I had like a college baseball tryout. Dude, so we both had we both ate all the brownies, dude. And it was like 2 a.m. when it finally hit us.
Jesus.
And I just remember being on the road, dude, just like listening to classic rock driving. And I just started laughing so hard, dude, that my eyes were like flooded with like tears. And I just pull over on the side of the road, and we just laughed for like 2 hours straight. And then I was like, dude, I got to go. Like I have tryouts in like 4 hours.
Yeah.
And I'm like driving by my friend's house, and he's like, I can't go in there, dude. And I'm like, dude, you got to go in. He's like, I'm going to tell my parents. I'm like, no, dude. Dude, we drove by his house 4 different times. But dude, the next day I was still high, and I went to the college baseball tryout like blitzed off my ass, dude. I was laughing my fucking ass off, dude, like doing stretches and shit. But they were like, yeah, we're doing like live pitching, and I tried out as a pitcher. I was like 17th on the depth chart, but like, dude, I hit 3 kids in a row. And everyone was like, what the fuck is this kid doing? I would like laugh too after I hit him.
Just beam a kid and then
Yeah, dude.
that rolls.
But then they were just like, the 4th kid was like, I'm not getting in. Like I'm not stepping up to the plate against this guy.
And
And the coaches were like,
mission success.
Dude, I'm the best pitcher. I keep hitting people.
yeah.
And then they don't want to bat against me. That's a mark of a good pitcher.
But dude, it was so painful. Dude, I got like stuck. They call it getting stuck. So it's like you get high. You get so high that you're just high for like a week. So
Yeah.
I just had the high feeling for like an entire week.
So
I wanted
crazy.
to kill myself. I was just like,
Yeah. At
dude,
what
Yeah.
point did it stop being fun?
probably like 3 hours
The
in.
second battery.
Once you laugh like hard for 2 hours, you're like, dude, this is actually like really painful.
Yeah.
Like my fucking ribs hurt.
Mushrooms can be like that, where you'll just hysterically laugh and then like very solemnly just like think about a moment in your life. But like it is mushrooms I do like more than weed, because weed makes me anxious. Like
Yeah.
mushrooms kind of like make everything seem less important.
Yeah.
So like kind of lower, like everything is heightened when you're on weed, but everything is kind of like, I'm just a person,
Yeah, everyone who does mushrooms always goes on like a retreat afterwards.
Yeah.
They're like, you know what, man, I'm just gonna settle down, open up like a flower shop,
Yeah.
and
Maybe-
it's like, all right, man.
yeah, it sounded like a good trip.
Yeah.
I did DMT one time.
Really?
That was like life changing.
Is that like a frog?
Kinda. It's like this, kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Actually, not really at all.
Doesn't it come from
That's
a
how
frog?
agreeable you are. You're like, yeah, it was like a frog.
Well, there is like
it's not at all.
like the licking frog thing. Like,
Wow.
I think that's more of like an acid kind of thing. But this was like, it was a powder. Basically, DMT is like the chemical that's released in your brain when you die.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, but they can make it in a powder somehow.
Okay.
But it's like almost like Kraft mac and cheese powder. It's like orange.
Okay.
And like we smoked it. I smoked it like with a friend's family, which was weird.
Holy shit.
And like, dude, I thought I died. I thought I was overdosing, like in front of everyone.
Uh-huh.
And it was like freaking me out, because I was like, everything was just spinning, and it was like pressure, just like on my face, and it felt like I was going through
In
a
front
vortex.
of people you barely know.
In front of people I don't even know. So I'm like drooling, and they're like, yeah, it's getting, I'm like, I can't say anything, but I'm going to fucking die.
That to me is a very funny dynamic, because they know exactly what you're experiencing.
But they didn't, because they all did it before me, and they didn't like break through.
So it was like those dreams where like you can't do anything.
Yes. Yeah, it was
Oh
like
my
sleep
God.
paralysis. So I was like, so I just closed
Dude.
my eyes, and I was like, this is it. I'm dead. And I'm like thinking about my mom and my
Oh.
dad, and they're going to be like, what a fucking retard this kid is.
that's their eulogy.
So then, but then I broke through, and it was like a beautiful, like warming, like feeling. And like for the next like month, I would just look at the sky and be like, well, "This is amazing."
Oh, I thought you were gonna say like you broke through and like finally like screamed something.
Just swung at an uncle. yeah.
You're just sitting there drooling for like 3 hours, and you penis.
I've been to the other side.
Yeah, dude.
It is funny when you talk to someone that's had like a drug experience, and what they describe is like so profound to them, and you're like, they're like, we were all one. I was like, I've heard 1,000 people say that.
Yeah, it's
They're
impossible.
like, but you weren't there.
It's
You know.
impossible to describe. I tried to like call my friend and like tell him about it, and he was like, "Yeah, man." I was like,
I always question like how natural it actually is, because like isn't that like made in a fucking lab by like some Chinese dude?
I think DMT, it comes from like a plant. But this being said, like we bought it from some guy who was outside of a Fish concert who didn't have shoes on.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like it could have been anything.
I wish I was like a scientist or some shit, so you could like break apart, what's in it. Just be like, all right, this is it.
This is it. Yeah.
Because like if it was like if you were in like the Amazon or something and you like fucking ate a frog and started tripping out, like that would be fucking sick.
That would be crazy.
When something's like engineered in a lab and you're like, dude, I saw Jesus's pussy. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's like-
dude, come on, man.
That's what they wanted you to see.
Yeah,
They coded in
it
Jesus.
just doesn't seem right. You know what I mean?
No.
I'm so jealous of guys like you, though, that like will go on a trip every once in a while, whether it's like mushrooms or DMT, because like I'm so afraid of the inside of my own mind.
Yeah.
Like when people are like, it'll make you feel good. I'm like, I'm at a baseline.
Yeah.
And like when I have a Diet Coke or like a piece of cake, I feel kind of good.
Yeah.
And let's just keep it there, okay?
Yeah,
I'm not
'cause
going to
they
drink a
say,
Diet Coke and jump through a window or whatever.
Because they say it has a lot to do with like the current like mental state you're in. So
Yeah.
if you're like in a bad mood, like you know.
I've had bad trips where I'm like, I go into it with like a problem and an issue that's weighing on me, and I do the mushrooms to try to like get myself past it. It's it's like a leap of faith. You have to take like a leap of faith. You got to know you're not going to die. The trip is going to end eventually.
There have been people who do mushrooms though and like change their whole life. And it's like, dude, that's kind of.
I thought you were going to say and like jump off a bridge.
Dude. Well, I just like whenever I get high, like all I want to do is play the what if game. So like if I did that and it actually came into fruition, that would be kind of scary. You know what I mean?
Oh, like if you actually put yourself in the
like
mindset.
if we were high right now on mushrooms and I was like, I'll be right back, guys, and I just came back with like a gun, like an automatic assault rifle, and just shot up all the walls. Like I shot up everything except for us. You know what I mean? You guys would be like, all right.
Yeah, we would certainly be like, all right, buddy. Let's calm down a little bit.
You'd have to reload so many times.
We explain to the neighbors and the police that, you know, you're just working something out.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I shot everything but us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to make it like a symbolism.
And also like, you did shoot me. You did. And you're like, but I didn't mean to. And what is life anyway? You're on the stand just being like, but what are we? But just clumps of cells.
Dude, imagine being in a car on mushrooms.
Dude, I know people have driven on mushrooms.
That's wild. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
I feel irresponsible when like I'm a little sleepy and I'm behind the wheel of the car. I can't imagine being like, all right, I see things that aren't there.
Yeah.
But I also have my seatbelt on, so it'll
Dude, they should do like a show or something, like Death Race, but on mushrooms.
That would be fucking sick.
Fucking sick, dude. Or you could just do that like in public, you know, without the show. Just spend like 5 years making like a death race vehicle, dude, and then do shrooms. Just start launching like frags out the window.
Driving through a protest.
I feel like if I was going to lose it, like if I was going to snap, like that's what I would do for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's good that you have a plan. You made that sound like it's not written down somewhere on a hard drive.
It's in like my
What would be
basement.
like the car you start with? Because you can't start with just parts. You have to like have a frame.
Probably like a German tank from like World War II.
There was a guy who did that. There was a guy who like literally did that. Some guy what was that guy's name? He was like mad at the government and he built a fucking tank.
Yes,
like he
I
built
do remember.
and he just started like
name.
driving like through people's properties,
Really?
like over their cars
Holy
and
shit.
stuff. Yeah, and then like the police showed up and they tried to like shoot him, and he just like killed all.
Didn't he
the
have
police.
like PTSD though?
Probably.
I probably thought he was in fucking what's it called?
Afghanistan,
Uh,
Vietnam.
fuck
Korea?
the movie with Shia LaBeouf,
Fury.
Fury.
Yeah. Well, I'd imagine if you've ever like been in war, like you can't climb into a tank and not like get thrust.
Yeah,
back
especially
into-
World War II, dude.
Yeah.
Just thinking about like mustard gas and shit.
So many just tight spaces
Yeah,
and like yeah.
to be like, dude, there's no way anyone from World War II can go like in a fucking like bulkhead without throwing a frag.
Yeah, without like looking for like something to dive on. Yeah. Yeah, there was this teacher in my high school who like he served in Vietnam. And
Which
I guess he was on the losing side, I guess. The American side.
Yeah,
But he would get flashbacks when like people would use cleaning supplies because of like Agent Orange.
Oh, geez.
So like anytime someone sprayed like some 409 or something, he would just like snap back into it.
holy shit.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, Vietnam, they were smoking a shit ton of weed, dude.
Yeah.
H too. That was the beginning of H.
Yeah. It sounds
Heroin?
like a good time.
Heroin.
Really?
Yeah.
They were doing that in Vietnam? Holy shit.
No wonder why we lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those little North Koreans were in I'm a fucking retard.
Those little
The North Koreans were in Vietnam.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain of it.
What do they call them? Yellow monkeys?
Yeah, they called him out. Their words, not his, folks.
Dude. Well, that was World War II.
Yeah.
That was like the Pacific. They called them like yellow monkeys. Have you ever seen The Pacific with Tom Hanks?
Is that Pacific Rim?
It's like a docu-series with Tom Hanks
Oh,
about like the Pacific Rim in World War II. For some reason, like when I watch shit, I like over exaggerate. Well, I over exaggerate everything. But there was like a scene where this dude, they're like burying his body, and they're like, all of his like the American soldiers, like, what happened? And they're just like, yeah, he forgot the password. So I guess like anytime you left base, like to take a shit or something.
Oh,
when you came back, you had to say the password,
or
if you made a sound, like you'd have to be like, the fucking lesbians.
Yeah,
like it always started with an L.
I would
Asians
die
can't pronounce
immediately.
their L's correctly.
Wow.
Yeah, it'd be a where, you know what I mean? So like, yeah. For some reason though, the first time I saw it, I thought some dude went to take a shit and just got lit up.
For not watching.
But dude, that would happen. Like, there's like stories about it. Like, guys would just go to take a shit, and then the American soldiers would hear something in the woods, and they'd wait for like the password, and the dude would just like forget the password.
Dude,
and just die.
you know how often I forget my fucking passwords, dude? I would die immediately.
Especially if it's like a bunch of letters.
Yeah.
You know, like how many was it? It's probably like Foxtrot.
Well, it always started with an L, so I would automatically just scream like lesbians or something.
Yeah.
You know, so they know.
Just so they know at least that you're a white guy.
Yeah.
Or something, I guess, what would be something like if you forget the password, but yell something that only an American would know and that like a foreigner wouldn't know?
Probably something about like Angelina Jolie or something.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know. They might be watching her over there too.
Yeah, that's true.
It's actually the exact opposite. I think they would know. That's probably their first thought.
Yeah,
And
Angelina
like,
Jolie.
yeah. Do we know?
Yeah, I don't even know what year was the Vietnam War.
I don't even know.
It ended in 75.
Okay, so Angelina Jolie was
A baby?
not a prominent figure.
Yeah. She was on the come up, dude.
Yeah, you're like Margot Robbie. Like what?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know that much about Vietnam. Well, that was World War II, though. So that would have been like the 30s or some shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Wouldn't it be something German they'd have to say? Or something that Germans can't say?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Germans are pretty cool, dude.
They are pretty cool. They've
So,
really,
like, at least
they've
German
really
chicks.
chilled out.
Have you ever met a German woman?
No, I haven't.
Dude, it's crazy.
Do they always have their tits out in those fluffy suits?
Well, my roommate,
Yes, all women are wearing lederhosen at all times.
my roommate matched with some girl from Portugal on like Tinder a while back. And he was just like, dude, like I'm hanging out with this like Portuguese woman. She's got like friends from Germany. Like, do you want to come and hang out with us? And I was like, fuck yeah, dude. Like, and then I went to like meet up with them and I met the German friend. And her, obviously her primary language was German, dude, but she spoke some English, dude. And it was just like, she was like the coolest chick I've ever met.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I met a girl from like Galway in Ireland.
Oh shit.
And her name was
Oh man.
very Irish name.
She a ginger?
No, she was blonde.
Thank Christ,
Wow.
dude.
Dude, she was like the most beautiful Irish girl ever. And like I remember I gave her my ID one time because I bought like a beer she worked at Artichoke Pizza, and she like saw my first name and she's like, Porrick, are you Irish? And I was like, yeah. And then like I used to like talk to her and stuff. And then like one day I helped my friend move, and like I just got like all of this shit like all over my shirt and stuff, and I was like sweating and I looked disgusting, and we went to a restaurant after and she worked there.
Oh,
And
man.
then she like saw me, and like the look on her face was like, oh, you've changed a lot. And like I never saw her again.
Oh my god, dude. Damn.
It is, dude. There's moments like in a man's life where they just like women just slip through their fingers,
Yeah.
and we never forget those moments.
Never, dude.
And I'll never make that.
That's
mistake.
all we
I'm
live
never
for.
helping
That's all we
someone
live
move.
for, though, dude. That's the only thing that keeps us going.
It is.
Just those failed moments.
Yep, hoping for a success down the line.
Yeah. I talked to a Korean chick once who was like a smoke show. And like back to like what we were talking about, like joking around, like every time I talk to a girl, it ends because of like a joke or whatever. And she was like, yeah, you haven't really asked, you know, about like me, you know, like where I'm from or anything. And I just texted back. I was like, north or south. She's never responded. Dude.
You know what's great about that is you knew it wasn't going to be received well, but you're
Yeah.
like, I have to.
Good question, though.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, I
it's
think
a big
that's
deal.
I think that's like a very like not forward, but a very like you've already known. You know, you're like, I know, I can tell.
And it's like a legitimate question too. Like if
Yeah.
her family's North Korean, like I can't be fucking around with that.
No.
Right.
You know what I mean?
yeah, she could execute you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You tried for treason, you end up like Otto Wardermere,
Yeah.
But then
fucking
again,
bowing to the court and dying under mysterious circumstances.
sometimes those North Koreans, like that, what's her name, Sung Hu or whatever, the one who's on Rogan with the big cans.
yeah.
Sometimes they really,
She's like a refugee, right?
yeah. I'd like to refugee right in those titties.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude.
She puts the G in.
You should comment that on the video.
Yeah. No, you should. Well, you should do that. And you should DM her too.
Yeah.
I'm sure no one has done that before.
But like a lot of those like North Korean and South Korean people get like huge tits. They get like plastic surgery is really big over there.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's like really like even the guys get like
Huge
not
tits.
tits, but like they like get stuff on like their face.
There's something creepy about an older man with like facial whatever surgery to make him look younger. Like you see like Dane Cook has had some work done, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like, can't you just enjoy being rich and famous? Why you got to do this to your face? I get why women do it.
Dude, they had it in that new movie on Netflix with like Zac Efron and the chick from like fucking what's it called? I don't know what movie she's in.
I know who you're talking
She's
about.
like very famous.
Yeah.
But she's old as fuck and she's gotten so much plastic. She looks like a fucking lizard. So does
Yeah.
Zac Efron. It's like two lizards
Yeah.
fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's like, dude, just be like natural.
Yeah,
You don't
it's
have to keep
it's
doing
as
that.
if because they live in such a different world. They think that like we're gonna look at them and be like, they have fucking wrinkles.
Yeah.
I'm not watching this shit.
Yeah.
This people with wrinkles on TV.
Dude, the woman Courtney Cox from Friends
Oh, yeah.
with the black hair, she had so much work done. She was in the new Scream movie, like Scream 4, because like they needed her character to come back.
Yeah.
And she had so much work done that she couldn't like make a facial expression to be like scared or like. So instead of having her like act, they would just have her announce like whatever emotion is she's feeling.
Oh my
And she'd
god.
be like, "That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm so excited."
Dude.
I was like, dude, these like beautiful actresses. I want to see like an older woman.
Right.
I don't want to see someone
Yeah.
trying to be young.
It was the woman from King Kong, the blonde chick.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
But yeah, man, the movie was fucking terrible.
yeah. It ruins a movie. It takes me out
Oh,
of
the
it.
movie sucked. Like it would have sucked anyway, but it's just like you can't tell when they're trying to show like emotion and stuff.
Yeah,
You know what takes me out of a movie too? If like I was watching
when someone's got a gun.
when someone's got a gun, I'm like, we have to do something about gun violence in this country. I was watching the Breaking Bad movie, the one with the Jesse Pinkman,
El Camino.
El Camino, and Jesse Pinkman is, first of all, I mean, whatever. He's like kind of jacked, which is like, you know, he does meth when we have time to like do push-ups or whatever. But how beautiful his teeth are bring me right out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like movie star teeth. I'm like, they couldn't have. I get that he probably has capped teeth or whatever, so they just look like that. But like, can't makeup make them yellow
Yeah.
and make one crooked and one like kind of black or whatever?
It's crazy, man.
That's why like every Paul Giamatti movie is so good. Because you're like, he looks like a sack of shit. Like
What
one
movies are
eyeball
those?
is like drifting over there. Like
What
he's-
movies are those?
Like The Holdovers, really good. Big Fat Liar,
Okay.
that movie rules.
Oh, he's the like outgoing guy.
He's like he's Marty Wolf.
Oh, okay. Yeah, man, it sucks because like, dude, I watched so many Lifetime movies growing up, and I like believed in the premise, and now I'm older. I'm like, dude, I just got fucked over so
Yeah.
bad.
You watched them too early. They're for like the end of your life. You know?
Yeah, or just not at all. Yeah.
I think we're done here, boys. Oh, we went very long.
Time flies. When you're
Wait,
having
did
fun.
we? No,
I think we
we're
started a
at-
little late.
we're at Attic. Maybe let's do like 5 more minutes. This is when it, you know.
Yeah.
This is always good for podcasting, is announcing 5 more minutes.
Podcasting, dude.
I guess we didn't talk. You're not a politics guy, Johnny. I know that, but
No, but dude, everyone's so mad nowadays. I'm like kind of getting into it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'd rather fucking die, dude.
I'm not a politics guy either. I never vote, but like I am genuinely like scared about the assassination attack. Like it made me really scared.
Yeah, it's also scary how like no one's even taking it seriously.
No,
Yeah,
nobody's telling what's happening.
people are just like, fuck it. But I also kind of question how real it was. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Trump's got WWE experience, dude. Like, he knows what he's doing.
That's what.
Sometimes I honestly, like, I gotta go back and forth. But, like, I do sometimes feel like both sides are, like, friends. And they're kind of like, yo, let's kind of, like, fuck with these people.
Let's fire some
Let's
shit
get
up.
some views. Let's, you know.
I was thinking, I was like, in my mind, I was like, what if Trump wanted to be assassinated? You know, because like Melania is like annoying him, and like he's like, I don't want to fucking be president. Like, let's just fucking burn it down. Because like if he got killed, it would be pretty bad, I'd imagine.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, dude, like, you play golf at all?
Yeah.
Dude, Bryson DeChambeau just put up a video with
saw
Trump.
that.
I watched the whole thing, and it was so entertaining.
Dude, Trump is good at golf.
Dude, he was hitting shots. Yeah. Like, he's nasty.
He's nasty. I was like, oh, he's better than me at golf, for sure. Everything is straight. It's just like, if it's not like the correct distance, but like...
He was like hitting putts, too.
Yeah, he was rolling... And like his putting stance, too. He looked like the guy...
So it's kind of hard to be like, dude, this guy potentially just got shot, has like an album now. Yeah. You know, and he's good at golf. It's like, dude, you kind of gotta. I might vote for him. I don't know, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they did pick, you know, the person running against him is a weird robot seeming lady. And I know that didn't work in 2016, but it might work now. A weird
you're talking
robot
about Hillary
lady. And Kamala.
Yeah.
She's, I don't know if. She's not as unlikable as Hillary, but she's pretty close.
She's very close.
Well, Kamala's kind of like the closest thing to the Antichrist you can get.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Yeah.
If you look up, like, factually what she did, like, when she put those people in jail, it's like you can't really argue, you know, because people, like, bring it up, and she's just like, yeah, I mean, fuck it. She's like, yeah, I did that.
She has no... She scares me a lot.
For sure, bro.
Like, because I'm like, if she gets the power, like, she was that girl, like, when... Like that little girl who's like cutting the heads off her Barbies and stuff.
Yeah.
She brings that energy into the White House.
It's tough though, dude, because it kind of turns you on a little bit.
It does kind of turn me on. And I kind of want a woman president, like at some point, just to see what happens.
I think there will be a woman president in America in our lifetime, but she's going to be a Republican. We're going to have America, Margaret Thatcher, basically, I think.
That might be true.
That's the only way.
If Michelle Obama ran, I wouldn't. You know, I wouldn't vote for her, but I would support that.
I think that would be a better pick.
Yeah, I've never voted before, but it's just confusing because it's like Kamala's running now, and it's like everyone thinks it's going to be different, but it's like, dude, it's going to be the same thing. It's the same cabinet. Like it's
going
like
to be the same.
What's different?
But I think not most people, a lot of people are like, not different would be great. You know what I mean? That's what scares me about Trump, because Trump is unpredictable. You know, like I'm more like, you know, they say if it's not broke, don't fix it. In America, I don't think is broke. You know, it's not, America's not broken. What a crazy thing to say in the last 3 minutes of this podcast. We were talking about titties.
Yeah.
Well, but we need to send a positive message.
I think people get wrapped up in like what's happening in the short term, and they get upset, and that's why like a populist like Trump, whether he's right wing or left wing, like can get in there. But when I think someone's like middle of the road and they're predictable, I think that's a very good thing. Because I think whatever change has to happen has to be incremental, and it can't be sudden. Like a bulldozer, I think, is not the way to go.
Yeah, Trump might go into the White House and just like whip his dick out and just fucking...
Yeah, it's tough because like I feel like he's going to get elected, but there's just going to be so much violence, dude.
So much,
It's just like, I'm so tired of it, man.
It just stops the
Can we
violence.
just chill out for like 20 seconds, dude? You know what I mean?
And I know this is, you know, for most people, not the most important thing in the world, but when he is president, comedy is more annoying.
It is worse.
People doing comedy, they get annoying. Everything gets a little more tense.
The PC thing comes back.
I think now, dude. I think nowadays, though, like just the time we're in, like everyone's political now, so I think that has to do with it. So I think comedy is going to be annoying regardless.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
But I think what Patty was alluding to, like the overcorrection, like I think when people, you know, because I started right before Trump got elected, so I was like familiar with how it was and how it everyone kind of relaxed again when Biden got into office. And I do think there's this weird overcorrection where it's like, well, Trump is president, so now we can't let dude bros do their dude bro jokes. You know
I also think
that's
like,
the vibe I feel in some rooms, and maybe that's just because I perform in Brooklyn too often.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't care who's president, dude, but it's just like, it was like COVID fucking sucked, basically ruined everyone's life.
Mhm.
And, you know, and then it was just like 4 years of just absolute like poop, dude. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like nonstop.
Yeah. And I think COVID is coming back too.
Something's going to happen.
I have a
dude.
theory that like COVID is going to come back in like March, February or something. And it's just
Yeah.
going to like, it's just going to be there and
And we're
everything's going to
fucked,
shut
dude,
down
because they're
again.
doing like trials now about like it causing autism.
Dude,
There's
it
like a
could-
legitimate federal trial going on.
Yeah.
Like everyone was like, dude, just get the shot. And now everyone's like, I have autism.
Dude, I got a blood clot
Really?
in my leg. I had a blood clot
Yeah.
that was like, it was 9 months after I got the vaccine.
Uh-huh.
And the doctors told me the vaccine had formed 6 to 12 months earlier. So it's like the exact time frame. And then like after I had this clot, I didn't know what was going on. So like I went to the doctor and they like sorted things out. But like people started sending me all these articles of just people dying of blood clots who like just got the same vaccine. I'm like, all right, like I'm not anti-vax. I think every other vax is like you should get it. Like you should get the polio, you should get the flu if it's something that you need. But like, wait on this one. Just wait, especially if you're young. Like just you'll be okay. Just like wait because it'll get better. You know.
Yeah, if something happens again, dude, I think I'm just gonna end it.
I might. I might
Like, I
as
can't.
well.
I can't go through that again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think of people that like Kobe Bryant that died like right before COVID happened.
Yeah.
It's like leaving the house party, like as a teenager, like leaving the house party right before the cops come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I made it just in time.
Either that, or I'm just gonna go somewhere else. I know a lot of people went down to Florida.
I'm going. I think I'm moving to Florida at the end of this year.
Really? So you'll be safe, dude. They can't even say gay down there. So it's like, you know. Yeah, it is crazy though, dude. Like I don't vote or anything, but like just listening to people argue about it, and they'll just be like if we're boys, dude, and you have like a different political opinion, and like you unfriend me because of that, that's like the craziest thing
That's
I've
really,
ever like.
really gay.
I have friends who have insane political views.
Yeah, most of my
They believe
friends
in like
have,
fucking
borderline criminal.
yeah, like the conspiracy
opinion.
theory shit and all
Yeah.
that, and I'm still friends with them, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, but some people are like, if you don't fucking vote for this person, like, dude, chill out.
You make one post about liking World War II German tanks, and all of a sudden,
I'm a bad guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's a good bow to put on this. We got a little serious at the end.
I know that
That's
was
nice.
my fault, guys. I got a
No,
little
dude, listen,
sanctimonious.
I don't.
Start a riot outside. Yeah.
I like jokes, but I also like good conversation. And boy, did you two bring it today. John Sike, host of the Johnny Salami podcast. Check out the Johnny Salami podcast. And Bobby Shehan, host of the Before Hours podcast.
It's an internet radio phenomenon hosted by an occasional morning person, and I ask the most interesting people about their sleep, their routine, life, love, stress, and setbacks.
That's right. Check them both out. They're both on YouTube. Both great. Both of your podcasts are my favorite one-on-one podcasts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Not a lot of
No
people
homo,
can.
dude.
Not a lot of people can do
yeah.
that.
Pause.
What'd you say?
He said no homo, and I
No
said
homo.
pause.
Oh,
dude.
no homo.
We're
Yeah.
bullying you at the end.
There is always a little bit of tension when it's just two
Yeah.
guys yucking it up in a room. But thank you guys very much. If do you have anything else you want to
No,
plug?
thank you, dude.
Hey, if you're gonna be in, when does this come out?
Sunday.
Oh, okay, cool. So, if you're listening now, I'm already in Edinburgh, Scotland, and I'll be doing my show American History Sex every night at 1 a.m. At 32 Below. The show is free, so please come. I will love you forever if you do.
He'll show his feet if you come.
I'll show my feet. You like these, huh? Respectable nines.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.